Good afternoon. It's Squarepeg, and I'm going to tell you what I took on my lash this year in 2020. As you can see, it's me. And I've just gotten done with Katahdin. I'm lacking about 150 miles to finishing this year, which I'll have to save till next year. So one thing I've never done, and some people have asked me, is to show what is in my pack at the end of a thru hike. What did I end the thru hike with? What did I change? And so here we go. We'll start with the sleep system. We'll go with the big three first. Okay, here's what we got. The sleeping bag is the Nemo Forte. It's a 20 degrees semi-rectangular bag. And I love this bag. It is comfortable. It is weatherproof. I mean, I've been in some 18 degrees with this bag, and with my other gear, like my liner and my winter clothing, I was actually able to stay pretty warm. So I love this pack. I love that it has a hood that you can close, tighten up. I love this little flap here, and what it's designed to do is when you climb inside, it goes underneath across the top, and it's designed to prevent drafts from coming in and keep you warm. It has these wonderful zippers here that if it gets warmer, you can unzip these zippers along your torso, and it just vents out huge amounts of heat. I mean, you instantly feel cooler when you undo both of the zippers. Plenty of room at your feet, plenty of room to turn on your side. I usually stuff my pillow inside the hood there, just to keep it in place while I'm laying on it. As far as my sleeping bag liner, this is a Sea to Summit Thermic Reactor Extreme 25 degree sleeping bag liner. Oh, so comfortable. And during the summer, and with my summer bag, I will often just sleep in this sleeping bag liner on top of my summer bag, which is a 55 degree Stratus from Anti-Gravity Gear. That was an amazing sleeping bag. And it did me great from Damascus, Virginia, all the way up to Glencliff, right before Mount Mooselock, where I traded up for my cold weather gear. Can't say enough good things about that fleece sleeping bag liner. It's so comfy. It's like sleeping in blankets and linen every night. Now my Thermarest Venture, this one here is a new one. I had to get it last year because when I came back from my 1,385 mile section from Georgia to Green Lake, my pack was stolen in New York City, so I had to get basically a lot of new stuff. But luckily not my sleeping bag. That was part of my cold weather gear that I sent back. So what I also have is I have a heavy duty trash bag liner that I slit down the sides, and I'll lay underneath my sleeping pad. This is for a couple reasons. One, to help keep my stuff cleaner, my sleeping bag and stuff. Two, as puncture protection. It's just like having something there to keep, my pad from abrading on the ground, or the shelter floor, which I spent most of my nights at shelters. For my sleeping bag and sleeping bag liner, I have a compression sack that I use just to keep it in, when I'm hiking during the day. Otherwise, I keep it, loosely packed so it doesn't compact. So that is my sleeping set right there. Okay. Next, we're going to go over to my Osprey Exos 58 liter. I love this pack. So comfortable and cozy. But since I usually carry a lot more weight than is recommended, I added some, I took a seat pad and I wrapped it around here to give it some more cushioning. And I put some of it down at the bottom under my lower back as lumbar support, and it has worked really great. I carry a little thermometer to tell how cold it is. On Sunday morning or Monday morning, it was 32 degrees. This is Sidekick, my flamingo that hiked from Greenwood Lake all the way to Katahdin, with the exception of the 150 miles I had to bypass, because I had flipped up to Katahdin from Stratton and I was going to go back down, but I was having knee issues coming down from Katahdin. Like my right knee gave out on me 3 times and I almost fell off the mountain. Thank goodness for hiking sticks, so I didn't fall off. I love this trampoline feature, which keeps the pack off your back. This is my I hiked in 16. I hiked last year and this year with one, so I have extensive experience with this pack and I just love it. It is an amazing pack. So much room for organizing. What I do, unlike a lot of other people, is I'll put my tent poles and stuff on one side, and on the other side pocket I'll put my platypus. And that way, when I need water, I don't have to take my pack apart. I could just unscrew a lid and add water without even having to take the platypus out of my pocket. Makes it so much easier when you're on the go or in the rain. You don't have to open up your pack and get everything wet. It's so easy to organize this pack. It's such a comfortable pack for me. But I have another pack. I have my ubiquitous Fanny Pack. Adding a Fanny Pack to a pack that doesn't have hip belt pockets is amazing. It means everything you need during the day can be put right in front of you, right at easy grip. So you just grab and go, like your snacks, any medications, anything you need during the day. Plus it has bottle holders. Outdoor Products has one that has one or no bottle holders at all if you do not need them. The only thing I recommend about this is right here where the pack meets the strap. You reinforce the threads. I took mine to a tailor and for like $5 he just reinforced both sides, and this one is held out remarkably well. I use my drink mixes is like Emergency, Noon, Go Light, energy drink, and a Amazing Grass tablet, which is like a serving of vegetables. So I do that with each one of these bottles, plus a package of tea, which I cold brew overnight. I really, really love this big Agnes Tiger Wall 2. You know, I've got most of my gear just waiting and biding my time until things were on sale at REI. So I literally saved so much money just by being patient. For a 2-person tent, I would not recommend 2 people in here unless you're like freezing to death and you're like semi-small people. But for 1 person, this is so much room and it's so comfortable. It has vestibules on both sides with this mesh, so you can like unzip the outside, unzip the rain fly, and just wind will just blow through it, and you'll almost stay dry. If it's just like a light rain, you can open up the vestibule doors and rain won't even come in hardly. Easy to set up, fast, only a little over 2 pounds for a 2-person tent, so it is so light. It's right up there with the ultralight tents when you consider all the poles and stuff. Some of those poles you have to add hiking poles to, so they weigh more than this 2-person tent. So yeah, I really like that. So other stuff. These are my Leckies. I've been hiking with them since before I came out this year. I've been using them a lot. I use road tips. These are the Legacies. I've had these since Boiling Springs in Pennsylvania in 2016. when I first bought them. Amazing. I really like them. Some odds and ends. Yes, I bought a bicycle lock. I learned if you take a bicycle lock, you wrap it through these metal things right here, and then you lock it to a post or something outside of a store. And I will also clip these things here around the post in the sternum strap. So when somebody comes up to grab your pack and run off with it, not only does it have a bicycle lock attached to it, which weighs less than a pound. It was like $5. They also have to unattach your sternum strap and your hip belt. And by that time, they don't want to wait around that long trying to steal your pack. They just leave. So I also carry sunblock and off. There's my bear rope. Somehow my original paracord got lost, and the trail provided with this at the very next shelter. So when the trail provides, I just rolled with it and kept it. Another Granite Gear stuff sack for my tent. It's so easy to just like put my tent and fly in there and just compress it down a little bit to make things fit better into my pack. Electronics. Okay, this year I mainly carried my Anchor from Georgia all the way up to Glencliff, and then I added this here, my Rev. So altogether I have 30,000 milliamps of backup power. Because I knew, the further north you get, the farther apart towns are and charging opportunities. So I decided to bring an extra pound and carry that. So I have two of these little things here which weigh like nothing. There's a 2 amp and a 1 amp charger. And this is when you get into hostels or other places where you have limited plug-ins. So this one here, I can plug in 2 for each one of these. So I can basically plug up everything with those. And it's just more considerate of other hikers, to use as few outlets as possible. Carry 4 cords with me. I have the other cord right here, so. For my water system, I have this. I had to trade up my Camelback because my platypus with a Ziploc top on it, it like went out on me several times and came undone. So I couldn't have that with as dry as New England is right now. I couldn't stand losing my water and then not being able to get water for a while. So I just traded up and got this one. I like the screw top on it, and I like the bite valve on it. This is a really nice Camelback. I paid $10 a piece for these clips. These clips to put on either side of my Sawyer Gravity Works or Platypus Gravity Works enables me to take that apart and back flush it without having to constantly pull this on and off here and wearing out that piece of hose. The bonus is these clips, if you disconnect them, they seal the hose so the water cannot come out of it. So that is very helpful and worth the money. I had a backup Sawyer, and there's the bag it came with, a Sawyer Mini, but somewhere along the way it got lost. So I still have the bag, which I use for extra capacity. Like when I roll into a place that doesn't have water, I will fill this all the way up. I will fill this all the way up. That up, I'll fill my 2 20-ounce bottles. And there's usually enough to keep me going for the morning. That's enough water there to cook dinner. That's enough to cook breakfast and coffee. And that's enough to get me, a good way through the day in order to get to the next water supply. Like I said, I also have headphones and a connector for my LifeProof case. This is my back flush. This, you can use your a little tent pole repair. When you come up to a place where the water is like rolling off the edge of a hill right there, you just put this down there, put a rock, and fill up your bottles or whatever with a little hose. Makes things filling up. Keep this water bottle here for when I need to scoop out of a water source. A little pool. getting it out with a bottle is so much easier. Clothing. As you see, the clothing I am wearing now, I started wearing in Hanover. I had these pants with me, but I didn't have I didn't really wear the legs that often until I started having to do serious rock climbing. So having rock climbing when you're putting your knees on the rocks and stuff is so helpful. And these convertible pants are so lightweight and durable that I really enjoy them. I don't have to usually I don't have to put on my my rain pants because my pants are so warm. But during the summer with the shorts on, they stay cool. So I just have a Fiesta shirt from San Antonio Fiesta that I got this year, even though sadly Fiesta was canceled. So this is my outfit. I have underpants on underneath, which you do not get to see. Okay, just for sleeping at night, I have a shirt and shorts with built-in underwear. I also have some socks to keep my feet warm. I got these in Greenwood Lake at the pharmacy. I think it's a Walgreens right there. Keep some bandanas around. That's my little stuff sack for my clothing. Another pair of shorts with a belt and built-in underpants. A Riddell shirt from Walmart. Another bandana. See, I wear bandanas pretty much every day, unless I'm out in direct sunlight. And then I'll wear that brim hat, or in rain. I wear the brim hat in rain as well to keep the rain off my glasses and protect my head from sunburn. So I have two hats here. I have this hat here for just being outside when it's really cold. And that's when I'm out hiking. But I don't want to wear the same, sweaty hat when I'm sleeping because I like to get clean before I go to bed at night. So this year when I was going through, and also that hat kept falling off while I was sleeping, so my head kept getting cold. So I was into whites this year. I stopped in at one of the huts and they have these like incredibly warm little beanie hats that cover your ears and are like some kind of fleece material. And they're so warm, and I got I think they gave me 20% off because of a note that one of the caretakers at one of the campsites wrote for me. And so I ended up getting a good discount on it, which is why I bought it. And I didn't regret it. It's been so warm. Now, this is a 0 mile mark neck wrap that, along with that hat over there that I bought, both of those, they're like $15 a piece, and I ended up getting a free tent. So that was nice. And I'm still using them, so it was worth the money. I have two different pairs of gloves, one for sleeping and one for during the day when my hiking poles to keep my hands warm. There's my thermal underwear for at night when I'm cold and around the camp. I don't wear them during the day because it's just generally too hot, having all that clothing on. Generally when it's cold, really cold out, I'll just throw on my, during the day I'll just throw on my rain suit, and that helps keep me very warm. There's a Marmot rain jacket, and that is what worked wonderfully, in a pair of Columbia rain pants. And these have like a mesh on the inside of them, and they were so cozy, and they didn't like cling to you like a lot of rain gear does. So I'm very happy with that. My Raging River shoes by Redhead, Raging Water shoes. So far I've been wearing them before I came out here. And one thing I've noticed that after all this time is the Velcro sucks. The shoes themselves are very good. They're comfortable. They're durable. You want to dry them out so you don't walk in them wet, because that's rubber there on the inside. So when they're wet, then you're walking around, your feet will slip around inside of them. So, but if you're going to wear them during the day just as sandals, they're fine for that. And they're good for river crossings and camp shoes. These are my Merrells that I bought at Boot City, right in at the Yellow Deli. I bought them at the Yellow Deli. And there's, what city is that? It's not Lancaster, is it? Or is it? But I bought them and they're in real good condition. I also wear insoles to give me some extra cushioning for my back and my knees. So I wear insoles just to take up the extra punishment that you're put on your pack. Little odds and ends. I have a tick wrangler. I have a little Gerber. I have a Smith & Wesson knife, which I mainly use for cutting cheese and sausage. I have shoe goo, which I use for my boots, and in shelters, whenever I look up during the day and see sunlight coming through the roof around nail holes, I'll take a stick, and I'll take shoe goo, and I'll stuff it around the nail hole or screw hole to patch the leak in the roof. Works great. I also have some super glue and rubber cement. I have a goodly selection of band-aids, gauzes, liquid band-aid ointments like Lotrimin, Benadryl, Neosporin, liquid band-aid, some nail clippers and tweezers, an extra button for my pants, which I had 2 of them, but I had to replace one button already. It's already on my pants. The wooden button. I have what remains of my AWOL guide. My amazing sparkly mica rock that I found. This will be my souvenir of the trip. It was sitting right in the middle of the trail, and I saw it and I was like, yes, that's my rock I'm going to carry. It rocks. So for hygiene, I carried, this is a big bag. I usually break it down into a smaller bag to carry toothpicks. Baby wipes, toothpaste, a folding toothbrush, which is very convenient, body wash, Burt's Beeswax, Gold Bond friction defense, which I use every day when I go out hiking. Don't have to worry about rash. Baby wipes when there's not enough water around to get in the water, or it's too cold, so I clean myself up with baby wipes. They work really well. As far as toilet paper, I usually have I'll usually get down a little bit low, and then I'll get a new roll, so I never run out. That's one thing you don't want to run out on the trail is toilet paper. No job is ever done till the paperwork is done. And then, what time is it? There's always 4:20 time. So, it's been an interesting trip, an interesting year. Eye care. This is to a hydrophobic seal for my glasses. I rub them on and rinse them off real quick and then buff it off, and it keeps my glasses from fogging up. There are a couple of lens wipes there. So that covers that. And food. We'll go with food. This is just an outdoor products waterproof stuff sack from Walmart. It's like $6. It's pretty lightweight, but it's very durable. What I'll do at night is I'll put all my food in there, and then I'll mist the outside of the bag with bug repellent to mask any food scents inside. So it's like almost a 5-day supply except for snacks. So I have different meals, all prepared. This one's ready to be prepared. It's scalloped potatoes. This is oatmeal with Carnation Instant Breakfast, powdered milk, and there's mango pieces, pineapple pieces, ginger pieces, and there was some other kind of fruit in there as well. So we have fruit and different things. So different meals are like nor pasta sides. This is quinoa, rice, potatoes. So I have a good variety of things. This year I've tried something new as far as my snacks are concerned. I've started eating smoothies. It's baby food, but they come out with real fruit. They're like smoothies on the trail. They are amazing and so delicious and good for you. So I take one of these a day. Those have like Cliff bars, Kime bars, Nature's Bakery fig bars, and of course the ever-present Snickers bars, the Slim Jim, Cliff bars, and Cliff Builder bars. I also have extra tuna, Cliff bars, and oatmeal for an extra meal. Plenty of Ziploc bags. A spoon and a can opener. Supplements, like I take coconut, I take saw palmetto, I take glucosamine chondroitin for my joints, and some other things, and a daily aspirin. I have Carnation Instant Breakfast, some extra. I have tea. I put tea for my tea bags. And plenty of coffee. And of course, my favorite stove that I've run across so far is a Jetboil. This is a Jetboil Zip. And it is done very well. I took it out on the trail last March, all the way up to Damascus, where I sent it out with my cold weather stuff, luckily. And then I had it sent back to me at Glencliff. So it was one of the few things that didn't get stolen with the rest of my pack. So that's pretty much it. That's all my pack stuff. And I am happy and pleased with the performance of everything here. Oh, I also bring a little sewing kit. I carry my main flashlight and a backup flashlight, because one thing you don't want to have is be out in the middle of the woods at dark and your flashlight goes out on you for whatever reason. It breaks. So I always keep a backup that I have and some extra batteries. And these Energizer headlamps, I've used them since 2013. So far I haven't had one break, so I'm very happy with them. The batteries last an extremely long time. They're durable, they're waterproof. I've worn them in the rain. So yeah, this is everything. So what do y'all think? If you have questions, let me know. And this is Squarepeg finishing up his 2020 Appalachian Trail Lash. See y'all on the trail next year. I'm probably going to come up, maybe do the Vermont Long Trail in Maine, and finish up what I didn't get this year. It's going to be a good year next year. Hope to see y'all out on the trail. Squarepeg out.